Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm That Fat Guy. Welcome to my Sunday before Monday live stream where anything goes, just a all-around chat about weight loss in general, talking about people's experiences throughout the week, a bit of Q&A. If you have any questions for me, you can ask me anything, absolutely anything under the sun, and I will try to answer it in the most honest way possible, the most entertaining way possible, hopefully. We'll switch over to the live chat. Just want to hear out who is here today. I've started this live stream a little bit later today. I started at 7:30. I thought, you know what, 7 o'clock mightn't be the best time for everyone. I'm going to see how this suits people, starting a little bit later, maybe after dinner, or, depends on, whether you can get the kids tucked away to bed. I don't know. But speaking of starting things later, it's quite funny because Jerdman actually showed up at 7 p.m. expecting us to start. He was the first one to comment on this one, and he is now a member of the Fat Guy Army. So thank you so much for joining, Jerd. It was so good seeing you, and thank you very much for joining us on this live stream today, even though you're not here right now. He told me that he took his break early. We got Dale Smith and Andrew Morn in the house. How are you doing, gentlemen, since I last saw you? It only feels like yesterday, or maybe even the day before yesterday, that I saw you guys. Phil Brown, how are y'all doing? Good seeing you. How was everybody's weekend? I asked the members today, hey, Taz, how you doing? How you doing, my man? Good seeing you. How are you working tonight? I put a message out there to the who was it? The members today, asking how everybody's doing, what they're doing for the weekend. Dale was out having a walk, and Phil, he was keeping busy. Yeah, that's all I got so far. I know that Jerd is working at the present moment, but it's good seeing everybody here. Let us know what you've been up to for this lovely weekend. I've got a bit of an announcement to start with. As you may or may not know, I do a live kind of podcast video type thing with Jerd, Tim, and Lloyd. Between the four of us, we got like enough brain power to light a city. Not like a regular city, but I'm talking like a little ant city that has stringent power restrictions going at the present moment. But nonetheless, we're all at different stages within weight loss journeys. We've all done all sorts of different things, so we talk about weight loss and everything like that. So we've been doing that fortnightly on Monday at 7 p.m. That was on the Manshake Facebook page. This is the announcement. Some of you probably already may have seen it, but here we go. Here's the announcement.
Wait, what? Oh my god.
Oh God, I love that so much. That is from our resident producer slash video editor slash reface swap champion, Lloyd. He absolutely has been dominating that app. Every 2 seconds, I see a new GIF or video with my face on something. He was sending me, like my face on the Colonel's fried chickens commercials and all sorts of stuff. But yes, we are moving Man Talk every single Monday, and that is at 8:30 p.m. There's enough time for everyone to get their kids into bed, or have your dinner, sit back in the couch, get home, and crack open that first man shake, I guess, and sit back and watch. And there is going to be prizes every single Monday. You have to be there to win. And what are the prizes? They can range from as little as a hat, like this one here, a stubby cooler, just like a little simple prize like that, or it could range to a ultimate man shake pack or lady shake, if that's your inclination, valued of over $250. So all you need to do is be there, hang out, have a chat, listen to us four idiots talk about nonsense. So yeah, hope you're all doing really well. Shane Beasley in the house as well. Andrew Morn says, weekend nothing special thanks to COVID. Yes, man, I feel for everybody in Victoria at the moment. You guys are absolutely 100% on lockdown. Andrew Morn says, Shane Beasley, howdy gents, how you doing? Already said that. Shane Morn, hey, I watched your upload number 1 whilst waiting for this to start. Man, you you looked and sound like such a broken soul. The difference now is so contrasting. Exactly right, my man. It's such a huge difference between now and then. I'm glad you like the clip, guys, and I really hope to see a few of you gentlemen there, because the more that you're there, the more you have a chance to win. So I think we'll be doing at least 2 kind of competition draws with my special Wheel of Fortune. But yeah, I'll get into some real kind of weight loss talk tonight. I don't really have a list, a run sheet of stuff that I'm going to talk about, so I'm relying heavily on you guys as well. So feel free to ask any questions, hit me with them, slap me across the face with them. Phil Brown says, I went out for a feed for my best mate's 40th. Oh, the Bavarian Steakhouse in Shell Harbour. Yum. Overall was a bit, that's a shame. Wife and I had a share platter, sizzle pork belly sausages, pork knuckles, sauerkraut. That sounds awesome. With those Bavarians, you can either have an absolutely knock out of the park beautiful thing, or it's just completely average. There's no in between. It's it was good, there was this, I remember there's a place in the Central Coast here in New South Wales, Erin Affair, I believe it is. There's a schnitzel house. It's the Bavarian Schnitzel House, and they've got a challenge to eat a kilo worth of schnitzel. And you got an hour to eat it, a kilo of schnitzel, a whole bed of chips, and a big stein of beer or Coke, whatever you choose. It's $50, and if you do it, you get your head up on the wall. Couldn't do it. Me and probably about 6 other mates, we went there, we tried it. I to give you an idea what a kilo worth of schnitzel is, a regular schnitzel is probably this big, there. It's this big by about, that thin, whatever it is. You get 6 of them. 6. It was at least 6. I could, some nights when I go for a shit, I could barely finish one. I don't know what I was thinking. And, they make money from those kinds of challenges because schnitzels, they cost, but nothing, eh? Literally, probably less than $1 each in terms of, the actual chicken to make and the crumbing and all that kind of stuff. Maybe about $1.50. And, yeah, they really make money from that. It's more how you sounded rather than how you looked. Exactly. Yeah. Look, Andrew, I want to get into that kind of real talk absolutely tonight. You could really, you really can. I go back and watch those videos for my own motivation. Not because I like watching myself. Trust me, I don't, right? I started this whole journey on YouTube hating the sound of my own voice and hating the way that I looked on camera. I'll get that into a second. Phil Brown, schnitzel, buffalo wings are great. Okay. Shane says, I'm waiting for a local place here in Campbelltown to open. One of them places that serves seafood straight for the table by the bucket. Whoa. Anything by the bucket is generally like a good cheap meal, I would say. You know, you get like a few, like KFC, for example. They don't need an advertising campaign. They don't need like clever commercials. All they need to say is bucket. And like literally, it's like, just come and get your bucket, you fat pieces of shit. Just eat straight from the bucket. Like that's pretty much like all it is. Just like, go in there, eat from a bucket, you pigs, you absolute pigs. But yeah, man, I wish I liked seafood. I was on the seafood diet for a while where, you know, I'd seafood and eat it. But like actual seafood itself, food from the sea, no, can't do it. Honestly can't. What was everyone's celebration meal this week? I bet you know mine. 100, hands down, easy KFC. I was a little bit disappointed because I always send Ryan Betson rap recordings, and he didn't answer. He wasn't there. He wasn't like. Usually we go back and forth with some raps, but yeah, I had absolutely nothing from him. Dowsman says can't eat seafood either. Yeah, man. 100% agree. Is it the texture or is it you're allergic? What's the go? Shane Beasley, Shano. Any restaurant where you need a man beef is a must-have. I like going to, what is it? The, those kind of Outback Steakhouse-y kind of places. There's one, I think it's like Lone Star or something like that. There's one in Blacktown. And they used to do like this, like, all you can eat kind of brisket thing, where you go there, you spend like X amount of dollars and you ask for like, you know, you get a plate full of brisket, right? The only caveat is it's all you could eat, but you have to finish your first plate. So you get like a big like platter full of food. You just demolish it. Then you can ask for the second one. So there's a caveat on it. And I believe it was only one per person. So went there a couple times. And they got like the big barrel of peanuts. Like it's a real American style, you know, restaurant. Get in there, sit down, and get some brisket into you. We got bud on the tap. It's really kind of American. With Australian sports on TV. What do you know? Pop culturist in the house. How you doing, man? Good seeing you, Ryan. I was just talking about you. I have yet to receive a rap from you this weekend, so I'm quite disappointed. I did Korean barbecue for my celebration meal. How good is a good Korean barbecue? How good is it? Like, where you can go there and you can actually like cook it yourself. There was a awesome place in where was it? It's right near Epping. Starts with C. Right near Epping in New South Wales. Starts with a C. Carlingford. I think it's Carlingford. They had a Korean barbecue there, and it was just off chops. Like the food there was just so good. You cook it all. It's just amazing. Went there in like the middle of summer. It was hot, and the air conditioning was broken. So they had like the giant industrial fans. And man, this is when I was at my heaviest. This was like probably like mid last year. So I was fat. And like it was up 2 flights of stairs, so I was already suffering. So I get into the restaurant and already sweating because it's like 35 degrees. And you get in there and there's hot plates everywhere. No air conditioning. Mate, you could have chucked me on there. I was smelling like bacon already. It was beautiful. But food was great. Playing a few drinky games. Hey, Lloyd is in the house. Delicate Stone. I showed off your what is it? The blah 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 promotional video for the Man Talk. Went down well. Everyone seemed to like it. Yes, I went there with the wife. The walk upstairs. Yes, so it's like right on the corner of like a main road. So I think it's like Pennant Hills Road, and then there's Carlingford Road that you go down to head towards Epping, and it's like right on the corner upstairs. So you walk in upstairs, and yeah, no aircon there. Yeah, that's the one. It's really good. Like, the food there was good. I got no complaints about that. Except it was hot as balls. Like, maybe winter, but winter's already come and kind of like halfway gone, and it's still in the height of COVID. So I don't know how we're going to do with that one. But yeah, that is that. That is that. Man, look at all these members in the house. So yeah, I want to get back to something that Andrew mourned. Like guys, tonight, feel free to ask me anything. Like, any questions that you want. Doesn't have to be weight related. Anything. Like, anything about me, about my life, about what you want to know, anything like that. I'm happy to answer it. Right? We'll have a bit of a talk, have a bit of reminisce, talk about shit. But I do want to talk a little bit about actual weight loss, because this is a weight loss channel. Shane Beasley, I always wanted to go back, but I don't think it's there. It is there. I was there like halfway through last year, unless they've closed down. I don't know. But look, Andrew Moore brought up my first video, and I have looked at that video probably about once a week since starting this weight loss journey. And I also look at the video, I think it's like day 4 or 5, when I'm out having a walk on my lunch break. And I look back at that, and like I take those moments, and I think, thank Christ I've done this journey. Like, I'm going to tell you now, doing daily videos, it's a grind. It is an absolute grind. People say, I don't know how you have the time to do it in a day. I don't either. I honestly don't. There are days that I lose motivation. There are like every few days I may be sort of like waking up and just like sort of really kind of down, not like down depressed, but just like can't be bothered. And, just a little bit on struggle street. And then what I do is that I go back and I refer to the first few videos that I've done, and I watch it. And half the views that are probably on that first video from me. Because I go back and I look at it, and I listen to the tone of my voice. And Andrew Moore absolutely nailed it. The tone of my voice, the way that I was speaking, the way I could see it in my eyes. I needed to change, or I was going to die. That was it. I was going to be in an early grave. That is a reality that I kind of was living with. And I look back at, that walking video, and I see myself just struggling to walk. Just struggling to walk. Like, I understand that there's people out there they'll kill to be able to walk, and there's people that struggle to walk. Gary had an accident, But I ate myself so fat that I was just struggling to walk in general. Like, half-hour walk. I was just huffing and puffing and sweating and just, like agonizing back pain and everything like that. And looking at those videos, it kind of snaps me back to sort of like go, shit, that's what I came from, and I never, ever want to get back there again. Ever. And that is a real fear that I have. Like, I am fucking terrified. Look at my eyes. I am terrified for when I lose this weight. When I lose this weight, like, okay, I've done weight loss journeys before. I have lost weight before. It is not a new concept for me. The fact that I've lost this much is a record for me. It is fantastic. It has been by far the easiest weight loss journey that I have been on, right? But one thing I've never done in my life, ever have done, is maintained it. And that's what I'm terrified about. Because now that I've lost nearly 43 kilos, and I'm looking a lot trimmer, I'm starting to get those questions creeping in. What are you going to do once you get to that point? And I legitimately am just like, I don't know. I suspect that by the time I get there, I would have learned some lessons around some food. I suspect that I could just pull back on the man shake, maybe do one shake instead of two. But I suspect that I'm going to have to rely heavily on this platform, my channel, my viewers, and my support of my friends and family to keep me in line. Because I'm trying to teach myself this time, be a bit different. The whole reason why I'm so emphatic on celebration meals and having those treats and those splurges and such like that is because that's life, ladies and gentlemen. That is life. Life is not a neat little packaged box where you can go through every day and expect to have the exact same thing happen to you. You expect every month there may be a birthday, there may be a family get together, there may be a funeral, there may be a wedding, there may be anything that comes along that you need to participate in, that may throw your diet or your meal plans or your food or just life in general just a bit of a curveball. And previous weight loss journeys, I have not partaken. Like, I've kept the willpower strong and wouldn't partake in certain things because I thought, no. I need to show some constraint. I need to show some willpower. I can't have it. Can't have a total exclusion diet. And then once I started to allow myself to have those things, once I got to a place where I was kind of happy with, I think it opened the floodgates. Like, I think it was just okay, off we go, ladies and gentlemen. Then they're off. We got KFC coming around the bend, followed closely by double quarter pounder and cheese. And yeah, honestly, just like how it must have been. And this time I'm trying to have it from the very start. So I can get used to eat, right? And then back to plan. Then splurge, back to plan. And like when I had my weekend away with the guys, previous weight loss journeys, I would not have done that. I would have just said, no, I can't do it because I need to think. So I spent a day and a half splurging, eating, drinking, and I don't have any regrets, and I still lost weight. So, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I'm terrified. And I saw a video I see some comments coming in. I am going to get to them, guys. I saw a video on Facebook and I shared it with Lloyd, Tim, and Jerd because we get our own little messenger chat because, we do the man talk and that. We need to be in touch and contact and all that at all times. Anyway, and there was this video of this guy who was like, he was like my 600-pound life kind of guy. Right? He was so big that he couldn't leave his house at one point. Just massive. Couldn't leave his place. And he was just eating, just like compulsively eating. And he could, he was terrified of going outside. Like, he could go outside, but he was terrified that if he went outside, he'd lose his footing, fall, and not be able to get up. His back gave out on him. And it took 12 firemen, to get this guy out of the house and to the hospital. This guy then reached out to a local news company, news outlet, or whoever the fuck it was. And they got him in touch with a personal trainer and did the whole sort of, we're going to help you lose this weight. And he did. He lost so much weight that he became a personal trainer. He was like trim. He was under 220 pounds, which is 100 kilos, right? I just remember the pounds things because it was an American show. But yeah, I had to look it up. 100 kilos is 220 pounds, FYI. One pound is 2.2 kilos. Oh, no. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. So he lost all this weight. He was looking sharp, like sharp. I don't know what he did about the whole excess skin thing. I don't know. They didn't really cover it too much. But right. So he became a personal trainer. He was doing his thing, lived a slim life, right? But then he got fired from being a personal trainer because he was too fat. He started to gain it back again. And now he is like close to 700 pounds. He's increased his weight, then some. And I was like looking at that, and I just like, it's as if like Lloyd had like did the face swap app for me already. I could see my face in his eyes. I could see it. Like I could see that pain, that anguish, this sort of like, I know what it takes to do it, but I just wasn't strong enough to keep it off kind of face. And that scared the shit out of me. I shared that to the guys. I'm like, yo, like this is like part of the thing that I'm scared about. And even when Jerd has lost a tremendous amount of weight and he's kept on and on. But then he said to us at one point that he hadn't weighed himself for like weeks. And I was like, just like, yo, are you all right? You're going to jump on the scales, just check everything out, make sure everything's going the way, planned. And he said, yeah. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Going to have a weigh-in. He did. All was good. But that's where I think, this might be a little bit different this time, because maybe I can, pull some support in from the people that I've gotten to know around this whole community and such like that, and maybe hopefully maintain a bit better than what maintain at all, because I've never done it before. Like anyone in the chat here who's currently, if you're in the chat here, you're probably on a weight loss pain. But can you just give us a hashtag yes if you are scared of the maintenance phase? More so than the weight loss phase. Yeah? Just hashtag yes, please. While you're doing that, I'm going to take a look at a few of these comments that came in. Where's my chat gone? Okay, I'll have to go back. I'll have to refer to my phone, peoples. Dale Smith says, your dedication is the next level, my dude. I'm grateful that you continue to inspire many of us. You definitely helped me out and continue to do so daily. Well, Dale, you're helping me out. You've joined the Fat Guy Army. You're helping support this channel with your own money. So thank you so much. And you guys support me. Andrew Morn said, maintain, damn scary thought. It is like a journey. It's like the journey is the bit of the overseas holiday, and then one day it will end, and we'll come back to You're 100% right, my man. It's like you're on holiday, and then you're just like, you come back, and suddenly the real world again. Shane Beasley said, it's amazing how fast you are creeping up on my weight. You started off 40 kilos over my start weight, and you're almost at the same weight as me. My weight loss has slowed right down. I'm scared that my numbers are just ain't going to drop anymore. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so we've got a few yeses there. Gee, Shane. So what did you start at? And, like, what are you doing now? Like, I know you're on the shakes, but what does your daily intake look? And what are you doing in the ways of exercise and steps? Because, I'm happy to, workshop stuff with you if you want. You can do it here, or you can message me privately. Because I want this channel to be about all of us losing it together, not just me, because it isn't just about me, and this never was meant to be just about me. Kind of was, like I say that, like it was to keep me accountable, but I always had that sort of frame of mind, like and I want to help other people along the way, But yeah, so yeah, maintaining. And I know that like there's 1,000 million videos on it. But there's also 1,000 million videos. Well, there isn't actually as many maintain videos as there are weight loss videos. There's 1 trillion billion videos on how to lose weight. Lose weight fast. This is the guaranteed way to lose weight. But there probably would only be, a lot less videos and details on how to maintain it. That's the hard part. I mean, Jerd, he made his video maintaining, but that was more about his story on how he lost weight and how he's just trying to keep to it. It's just like, it's not something that you can teach, I don't think. It isn't something that you can teach. It's something that you need to learn, I think. And you can only learn it if you're doing the weight loss journey the right way. And it's tough. Like, damn. Like, I honestly don't believe that you can teach it. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, people. Like, because it's more like, rather than like just knowledge, because you can gain, you can learn, you can get knowledge on any topic, right? But for it to become a habit, for it to become a daily motivator, and for it to become a second nature, that isn't taught. Yeah, it's like a muscle memory kind of thing. And I don't know if I'm making sense here, guys, but I honestly believe that. Like, now, the more that I think about it, I don't believe maintaining your weight can be taught. I think it has to be like, you have to learn it yourself. Saw a big one from Ryan. He says, yes, I'm incredibly anxious around not hitting my goal, and what will happen when some days it feels like a lose-lose. Even now, I'm stagnated for whatever reason. I'm worried that this could be it. So Ryan, I'm really impressed with your journey. The fact that you've lost over 20 kilos and that you're still going. You've had your injury, which has kind of stopped your physical activity, but you are still pushing, and you still are getting little bits of loss, right? That's the most important thing. And I think that you are teaching yourself some really good habits there. And the fact that you're remaining focused is half the battle. Because it's so easy when you get sick, or when you, get injured, to call it quits. Say, oh, well, it's all too hard to lose weight now. Like, I mean, I've got the flu. Like, shit, I need to eat. I need to, make sure I keep my body fed. It's something that I would do all the time. But your injury, man, like, I don't know. Like, have you had any follow-up appointments to see whether there's anything that can be done over it? Because, damn, like, it sounds like it's really kind of like a painful injury. Shane Beasley says, I started at 135, down to 111. I'm doing 1 to 2 shakes a day, getting on average 7,000 steps a day, and still not having sugar or carbs. Okay. So that sounds like it's a good average, like that's a good average steps. That's like currently what I'm doing, which is awesome. 1 to 2 shakes a day, yeah. And you're probably just having a well-cooked dinner. So you're down to 111, and are you getting any losses like every week? Like, is it still coming down, or is it kind of stuck? Like, are you completely stuck, or is it still coming down? Dale Smith says, yeah, hearing ya. Stalled at the moment, hoping to gear up this week and get the loss happening again. Well, because Dale, you had like a couple of weeks where you just kind of took it a little bit easy, didn't you? And now you're just kind of ramping it back up, aren't you? Stephen Singh in the house. Good seeing you, my man. I know I'm in for a minute as always, but finally got a moment back to work for me. Oh, okay. Stephen, it's good seeing you, man, for only a minute. Hope you're doing well. Bye. Ange, my missus. She goes, I feel maintenance is more behavioral, has to do with your behavior, and psychological than the initial loss phase. Yeah, it probably is. Like, and Ange has been trim her whole life. Like, and Ange, I'm not going to throw you completely under a bus here, but she doesn't have the healthiest diet. But like when she gains weight, it's not like huge amounts. She'll just put maybe like a couple kilos on around the middle. When she was on prednisone, like a steroid, gets a lot of water retention in the face and that. But she's never had like that real kind of struggle with weight. And I think that has a lot to do with her biology and her makeup. So like if I was eating what you were eating, I don't think that even I would be maintaining at that point. But we'll have to see once we get to that point. Like we'll have to work on that. You and me together, we're a team. And today was a bit of a rough day, I think. It was one of those times where I said like stupid things, and I just want to go out there and say, Ange, I'm sorry, and you were right. You're always right. Okay, and Shane, last 3 weeks I've been 111, 112, 111. I need to reset. Yeah, so Shane, sometimes Like, and this is what I did because there was a point where I was slowing right down to like, 200 gram losses and such like that. I was still losing weight, but I was just like stuck. Um, I went hard. 1 week, I just kind of, it was only like a couple of months ago, I said, I'm going to break through this plateau. So I doubled my exercise. I got 10,000 steps over every day. I was doing the man challenge. In your case, you could potentially do some like other small 10-minute workout routine. Just kick your own ass for 1 week. Bust through that plateau. Yeah? Have your celebration meal at the end of the week. Make sure you do. But kick your own ass for 1 week. Shock your system. Because your system may have gotten used to it. I'm not sure. Like, I'm no nutritionist. I'm no dietitian. I am no weight loss expert. I'm just a fat dude just kind of blindly like, maybe this button will work, Like, yeah, just try that. That's what I did. And then it kicked my body into gear. And since then, I've been averaging some pretty decent numbers. So kick your own ass. 1 week, my man. Yeah, I was sick at the time, but you don't believe in celebration. Okay, so Shane, I don't want to hear that. I haven't had smoke for 3 weeks, and I just want to have another. And well, it just clicked. No loss in 3 weeks. Had no smokes in 3 weeks. There you go. So have you changed your diet because of the smokes? But one thing I will say, and I have covered it in a previous video of mine, I did the research. There is science that back up the need for celebration meals, right? Basically, I'll just refer back to a few notes here. Well, not planned celebration. Okay, well, celebration meals, they kind of need to be frequent to a point. Let me take a look here. Okay, so when you're dieting and trying to consistently lose body fat, your body will try to fight back by doing a few things. It decreases your leptin hormone levels, which as a result increases your appetite. Leptin is the anti-starvation hormone responsible for sending hunger messages to the brain. So more leptin, the less hungry you feel. It also will decrease your energy expenditure by causing you to move less and burn less calories to function day to day. This will lead to fat loss plateaus. So things like doing those 7,000 steps that you do every day, they mightn't be working the same amount of calories as what they were 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah? Also, your muscle glycogen levels gradually decrease as they're being used for energy, leading to a tougher workout and decrements to your performance. You're not really doing a lot of workouts, but when you are having celebration meals on not it's like a regiment, but when you are introducing your body with fat and like those kind of greasy foods, you are sending a clear message to your body, hey, food is plentiful, yeah? Food is there. You don't need to hold on to those stubborn fat stores. So that's why I'm a bit regimented, not only because I'm concerned about my maintenance phase, it's because I've done a lot of research in relation to celebration meals because I felt guilty as fuck when I first had my celebration meals. I was like, I don't know. So that's why I kind of did the half-assed kind of celebration meal. Would have like a half decent kind of Chinese feed, but then it got worse and worse and worse. But like, you can't help but feel guilty. You're just like, oh. That's why I've changed the wording, celebration meal. That's why I've tried to make it sort of regimented. So hopefully that can keep me going. He's back. It's why Mac is back. Back in chat. Mac is back. Yeah, mate. This isn't we're not really talking too much about rugby league tonight, my man. More or less just we're talking a little bit about weight loss and the struggles that come with it. Footy chats and another night, my man. So yeah, you're welcome to stick around if you want to, but I won't be talking about footy tonight. Reptile Maddie, hello Ash and chat. Mate, how are you doing? Good seeing you. Thank you very much for joining the chat today. It's really good seeing you. Another member in the house, so thank you so much. But Shane, what I said about celebration meals, does that make sense? Like, remember, I'm no expert here, right? I'm pretty decent at doing research, and that's it. So I don't know. Like I would say maybe just try kicking your own ass for maybe a week. Try to push your body through that little mini plateau that you're going through. But please, if you think I'm just talking shit, I just will stop talking about that. Andrew Moore, as someone that said to me once about being an ex-smoker, once a smoker, always a smoker. An ex-smoker is just someone not smoking at the moment. My fear. That's quite funny. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that, but that's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I've never been a smoker. Never. I spent too much money on takeout to warrant and this is back when I was 18. Like, I think it was like $20 on a pack of smokes. But yeah. But also, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to ask me any questions under the sun. It doesn't have to be weight loss related necessarily. But if you want to know a little factoid about me, you're more than welcome to throw it out there. NSK just popped in. He's in the house. One of the other channel members here. I swear, all my channel members are here. Thank you guys for coming in. He said, I'll be 110 kilos by the end of next month, which was my goal when I started. Now my goal is under 100 kilos. Should be aiming to hit that by Christmas. Fucking awesome. And you started 154 kegs. Mate, you and I, we both started around the same kind of thing. Where did you also start the beginning of this year? Or have you started, when did you start, basically? And it's good that you've got those goals like short and you can look forward to other goals. I'm at what? I was like 117 something, 117.9 I think it was last weigh-in. So I think and I worked it out, if I average 800 grams loss every week, right, which has kind of been my average for the last month, I could potentially get to 100 kilos or under by Christmas, but I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket. My next goal is to get to the 50 keg loss. So once I get to 50 keg, which I'm about 43, I'll celebrate that and then move on to the next goal, 60 keg. That's awesome. That's awesome. Huge round of applause for NSK. That's fantastic, man. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. So yeah, you'll be about like 35, close to 40. Another friend of mine is jumping on the journey. He's 163, about 5 days in. I got my fingers crossed for him. Was it another one of your mates? Was it Craig? Was it Brian? Was it Craig? Because there was a guy in there who that you knew that was starting the things as well. Was it Craig? I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you. Oh, Dale Smith, thank you very much for sharing my thing on Facebook. That's really nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, he started when he saw Jerd's ACA segment in January. I am keen to know how many people jumped on that ACA brand. Like they could have said like, hey, if you want to get on the Manshake, put in this code, ACA against Hoons, or, put in a code. And then they would have been able to see how many people jumped on that. I know there's a lot of plans for the Manshake coming up. There's exciting stuff coming up. So stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Exciting stuff. Dale Smith says, hoping to look at setting monthly goals now. I hope to be at a goal by Jan 1. So what are you wanting to get to, Dale? Because, I've forgotten. What are you hoping to get to? Reptile Manny, I need to put my goals up like you do, Ash, and keep the visual of what I'm doing to keep me motivated. It is a good way of doing it. Because I point to every time, I've got them right there. So I can always refer back to them. And I've obviously got these videos. So Even if it means like, and I'm saying this to a lot of people that are starting out their journey, about what I think are the best practices when you start. But I always say to them, get on social media or do it. Or if you're not the social media type, make a video of yourself introducing why you're losing the weight and upload it somewhere and make it private. So you can always go back, watch yourself when you've got that desperation in your eye. You can see your soul just like burning, and then say, okay, this is why I'm doing it, and just go look back and go, wow, fuck, I've come so far. So, that's the best advice. And it's pointless to talk to me about best weight loss strategies in terms of like what I feel that people should do from the start, because everyone here at the present moment will probably be on their weight loss journey. But if anyone's watching the replay, here's Ash's list of things that you should do when you first start your weight loss journey. Okay? Number 1, jump on the scales. I regret not doing that. I regret it. I wish I did it from day one. All right? So you can see exactly how much weight you've lost. Don't do it at the end of the day because you'll fudge your numbers. Start off first thing in the morning, take a piss, go to the scales and see what you weigh in at. Right? That's your start. Second thing, take body measurements. So I do biceps, neck, chest, tummy, more recently waist. So that's under the belly, around the hips, and around the thighs. Yeah. That way I've got a good starting point. I can see exactly how fat I am. And don't be alarmed. You might need to extend the tape. I needed to extend the tape. The tape wasn't long enough. It was 1.5 meters long, and it wasn't long enough to get around me. Third thing, take photos of yourself, front, side, back. Get someone to do it for you. Take photos shirtless, in underwear, something revealing, and keep them safe. Keep them to the side. Fourth thing, get a support network, family, friends. Make a social media account, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, something. Put it out there to the public if you had the balls to do it. It is fucking terrifying to do it the first time, but it's also kind of liberating. So if you feel the need that you can do that, do that. Otherwise, keep it within your family circle. So make a private group on Facebook or something like that, and I implore you, it just helps so much. Fifth thing, make a video or make a list detailing how you are feeling at the moment. Not just like, oh, yeah. Really, take a few minutes and pour your heart and soul into it. Tell me exactly how you feel when you first wake up. Tired, depressed, anxious, sore. You get out of bed. What does your day look like for you? What do you do throughout your day? Like, do you hate the way that you look in the mirror? Do you avoid going to social gatherings because you're afraid of your appearance? When was the last time you went clothes shopping and felt good? Like, really be openly honest to your camera and tell yourself, yeah? Being real, 100% real with yourself about how you feel. And then you can refer back to that anytime. Because I guarantee you, 2 or 3 weeks in, you're going to start feeling good, but there's going to be days where you're going to feel like shit and you're going to want to give up, right? Refer back to that video before you do anything. And I guarantee you, it'll get you right back on track. I guarantee you. Because no one wants to look back it's like looking back at future, like your past self. Like, it's kind of like the closest thing you can get to time travel. It's like, dear future me on my weight loss journey, keep freaking going. This is how I feel. Blah, 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 blah. And they're like I'm sure that there's some others, but they're like the main things that I can think of right now. Goal list as well. Goal list, short, medium, long-term goals. Keep yourself focused. It sounds like a lot of stuff, but I think with anything, if you want to, you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared to put the hard yards in. Invest the time in yourself to get you on the best start of this journey. So anyone watching the replay, if you're starting your weight loss journey, do that. I implore you, please. Hey, did I see Jerd in the house? Hey, Jerd, man, how you doing? Good seeing you. Thanks for joining us. Are you on another break? Because that's really nice of you if you are. And if you are on this channel and you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button. Give us a like. The likes on these videos also mean something, people, so please like them. Getting back to the chat here, my little chat pop-out screen has died, so I got to refer back to the phone, guys. So I'm not being rude here. Jerd, if you are still here, my man, he's pooping. Pictures or it didn't happen. Jerd, when you did the ACA like interview, right? Because we were talking about this earlier. Did they give you? Did they advertise any sort of affiliate linking of like coding? Like, did they say if you want to get on the Manshake 2, you know, type in Jerd at the checkout to kind of get whatever? Like, did they kind of try to measure the sales that came from that interview? Because I think it'll be a real missed opportunity if they didn't. Man, they didn't. God. How do you measure the success? Like, I guess you could, you know, refer back to previous years. The website crashed. Okay. Well, I guess that's probably a good measurement right there. Reptile Matty says, I need to redo my pictures again. Hitting some of those nails on the head there. Oh, well, thank you, ma'am. I'm glad you like it. Dale Smith says, started at 114, sitting at 98, goal is 80. I'm pretty short, so that'll be a good way for me. My man, how does it feel being in double digits? Because honestly, I cannot remember the last time I was in double digits. So, Dale, what size shirt are you at the moment? So if you go to the shops to purchase, like, you know, pants and a shirt, what sizes are you looking at? I don't want to put it out there to everyone. Unless you want to reveal your current belt size or your pant size and your shirt size. Me being completely honest, I haven't gone out and bought any clothes since starting this weight loss journey. I haven't bought one. But I can tell you now, I'm fitting into an old pair of shorts of mine that were a size 36, but I believe that they've probably been stretched out of it, so more closer to a 38. I would say. And shirts, I'm like the last hoodie that I've got, because I have bought hoodies. I lie. I got a couple of hoodies. The last hoodie I got was a 2XL, and it's fitting me really well, but it was a very generous 2XL. So I'm waiting until I get like closer to Christmas, like closer to my, you know, end goal kind of area, before I start doing a shop, because heeding Jerd's advice there, don't go clothes shopping when you're midway through a weight loss journey. I've kept all my fat clothes and my transitional fat clothes because I've been on so many fucking diets before. So I've got like transitional clothes, like excuse me, sorry, just had to dig around through the cupboards a little bit and find that'll fit me. It doesn't start with a 4. There you go. How's the poop? Is it good? Do you guys still tend to buy bigger shirts? My man, like I said, I haven't bought a shirt. Jerd, maybe Jerd can answer this, right? At what point do you stop being a fat guy and start being a guy? Like, is there a point where people will stop seeing you as a fat dude and treat you differently, and then you become just like the butterfly emerging from the cocoon, like this, this is me, you know? Like, at what point is it? Like, because I honestly don't know. Like, I feel like I've been treated a bit differently in the shops now. I've definitely been treated differently by individuals I work with, absolutely. But I'm keen to know, like, because like I made this channel, That Fat Guy. I'm thinking the next phase of that is that kind of fat guy. or that semi-fat guy. I don't know, but I like that fat guy. I don't think I'll ever change it. But yeah, you still get called a big fella. Is it from people that you know, or like when you Jared meet strangers for the first time, like they would only see you as what you are now. They won't see like because you're a tall dude. I know that you're apparently like 7 foot or whatever, but yeah, don't know where I was going with that. Dale Smith says, feels good. Been a while. Sitting in XL shirts, holding out, going shopping. Yeah, you should hold out. Overall, you're happier, so you're protecting happiness. You're projecting happiness with others, so you get more in return. That might be it. You what's the word I'm looking for? Your body is radiating confidence and beauty. Sounds like a fucking Pantene commercial. Is that a height comment too, Judd? I get called big fella in the locker room, if you know what I mean. Phil Brown, that festively plump guy. I love it. That's awesome. Reptile Matty, I've always been fat man, fatty Matty. Can't remember what last time I was fit. Yeah, I know the feeling, my man. Shane says, I put on an L jumper the other day. It fit because I'm tall and it was too short. Yeah, but it fit, but because I was tall, it's too short. It's funny. My mate, he's a thin dude, right? His shirt was like a medium, right? We went to a dyno day at Gas Motorsports, and it's a Gas Motorsports shirt. Jono, if you are lurking around there, I'm throwing you under a bus here. He when he first moved out of home, because he got that shirt before he moved out of home, but then he moved out of home, and him being an idiot, he would always throw all his clothes in the dryer. So like no matter what kind of shirt it was, he'd just chuck it in the dryer, and this shirt was just getting progressively shorter and shorter until like it barely went over his belly button, but he'd still wear it all the time. It was like a crop top. It was fucking hilarious. He'll be there like, yeah, because we'll be working on the cars, and just like he's pretty much like reaching up like this, and it's pretty much like just under his nips. And I'm just like, come on, man, you got to get a new shirt, bro. Come on. Ryan says, my joke character name for games is Big Daddy Betson. It has to be not so Big Daddy Betson now. But Big Daddy, like Big Daddy. I like that. That's a cool name. That's a Big Daddy Betson in the house. I like the way you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you just don't care. Andrew says, I kind of think that until you own your own mind, you don't see yourself as fat. Oof. Deep. I love that. That's fantastic. Until you own your mind, you don't see yourself as fat. That's brilliant. Until in your own mind, or till you own your mind? I might have just read that wrong and thought it was deeper than what it was meant to be. Until you own your mind. I think in your own mind he meant... Kid Hacker, how you doing, mate? Good seeing you. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this live stream. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Give us a like. Throw us a comment. Give us some love. I probably spoke a little bit too quickly there. Hi, I'm Indian. Please translate my language. Hello? I don't know, man. German, I hate short shirts, pain in the ass. Yeah. Well, yeah. I always used to get I still have it, the remnants of the fat guy hump, because I never liked standing straight, because I'm pretty well endowed with the whole man booby kind of area. You get some of those guys that like get the massive like boulder belly. and then they go nothing, not much in the ways of man-titties, but I'm pretty, I'm pretty there. So, and I've had them since I was little. So I think there may have been because I was a fat kid growing up, there may have been a hormone imbalance there. So they, I don't know what I can attribute them to, but I'm hoping that as I lose the weight, the man boobies will disappear. I'm hoping that they do, but because of that, and I was super self-conscious about it, and because my nipples tend to poke out, I always walked around slumped shoulders and bent over myself, like a standard kind of teenager kind of walk, but like really emphasized, because I never used to stand up straight. I never used to sit up with my chest out, because it's something I didn't want to show everyone. And that's where I get a lot of that fat guy hump. Like when I lie down on the ground, if I'm like laying down doing Diamond Dallas Page yoga, and he says, get in, hey Jared, man, see you, dude, thanks very much for stopping by, I love you, I'll see you tomorrow night, message me about stuff, and I was laying there, like, he says, get in the pinfall, and it's like, take it to the bridge. It's like, I get down, I'm laying down, and you see them laying there, and they got their head back on the ground. I struggle with that. Like when I'm laying down flat on the ground, my chin is up because I got to move my head back. I got like the hump going on. So that's one thing that I'm really trying to work on, is my posture and standing up straight. And when I've lost the weight, it's so much easier to have that confidence to stand up straight, and what a difference that makes. Just from Jared, man, thank you for being a friend. There you go. Does that make you feel? Does that make you feel like you're at home? Huh, you bitch? Huh? Thank you for being a friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. God, I nearly have a heart attack every time like someone follows his Twitch. So if you haven't checked out Jared's Twitch, check it out. Jaredman Twitch stuff. I've mentioned it a billion trillion times before, but it always scares me. Every time someone follows the chat, he'll be like quiet, just talking, just like. So anyway, so I think I might need to move this and click this button over here and do this, and then suddenly someone follows this channel. It's like, welcome, welcome, welcome! It just scares the fuck out of me. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. What was I getting at? Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, standing up straight, chest and man boobies. Ryan says, I have such paranoia around my tum-tum exposure with the short shirt. Yeah, like the belly hang, God, terrified of that. Like reaching up and you got your belly hanging out under it. That's a nightmare for me. I literally change an entire outfit if I feel a breeze in my lower tum. Yeah, man, I hear you 100%. Reptile Matty says, my family always give me crap for wearing undershirts. Do you guys wear them? I don't know why. I feel more comfortable with them on. Yeah, man. I'm not wearing one now, so not a good time. But those Bonds chesties, I've got a drawer full of them. Like my second drawer, right there, is full of Bonds chesties, like the wife beater kind of things. I love them because they they hold to your body. They're not like a loose kind of fabric. They're kind of like elasticy. And I always wear those, generally speaking, because generally I sweat a lot, and not because I'm just fat. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm fat, but I will sweat a lot, period. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I run hot at the best time, so I will generally sweat more than others, and I don't know what it is, but because of that, I've always been very conscious about wearing one layer of shirt. Because if I wear one layer of shirt, I guarantee you're going to see not so much under the arms. It's just the back, more or less. You'll see the patch. So I wear the undershirts or the Bonds chesties to kind of hide it. To absorb first line of defense on the sweat harmony.
The first line of defense in the war against sweat is wearing a buns chesty.
Have you got any of the old vids clips of you lifting weights? Well, yeah, man, I can get them for you. Give me a second there. I'll do the sneaky little upload to Dropbox and get them up here. I've only got two. I've only got two videos, Dale, of when I was going to the gym heaps. I probably got a lot more on my phone, but on this current phone here, I've only got two. And that was... let me just get them uploading first before I get to... It's amazing, the... what is it? The internet. The internet. It's amazing all this kind of stuff that we can do. Like, honestly. Like, I remember being a kid, not having the internet. How good's the internet? To upload. Alright. So they're uploading. And I will go to my Dropbox here. So I can't be too entertaining while I am doing stuff like kind of on the fly like this. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fuck, I hate that so much. Just need to turn the volume down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, have they uploaded? I think so. Here we go. Won't be a second there, guys. Download. Download. Alright. I'm going to flip over to this screen here. Oh, no, we don't want that because we've already seen that. Oh, well, okay, tell you what, while I am getting this stuff up, you can take a look at this.
Wait, what? Oh my god.
Oh, snuck in there, that one. See, I need to learn how to do the whole... What's my video thing? So yeah, this is me deadlifting here. That's 220 kilos. Not the best form out there, but there's no straps in that one. That is just pure chalk and grip. Now I was probably about... What was I then? I was probably about 120, so probably heavier than where I am now. But that's when I was going to the gym a lot. Like, and you can see I don't use a belt. I use a knee strap. Because I got effed knees from when I used to play footy. But yeah, 220 was my highest in terms of deadlift. Not the best form. So, but I don't really sink down too much for more of the traditional deadlift. But I still, like, I never injured myself doing deadlifts, ever. I was very cautious about how I lifted to make it work for me. And this is here doing, I think there were 54 or 56 kilo dumbbells each hand. My mate there, Kieran, if y'all listen, so good, good seeing you. He is literally just guiding my wrists inwards, so just barely touching. But in this one, he has to guide my left arm just a little bit in, but I'm doing the lifting now. So we used to do like these killer sets, so it would be like heavy weights like that. Then we'll go down to like, so they were like 50, 56 kilo weights. Then we'll go down to like 40 kilo, and then we'll go down to 30 kilo, and then down to like a 20 kilo. And then bust, like, you know, do the 20 and then bust into like 10 flies. And it used to be like a set of like something like 30, because we'll do like was it 3 or 4 reps of the heaviest, then 6 reps of the next, 8 reps of the next, 10 reps of the next, and 10 flies. So whatever that math is there. Let me go back to the live chat here, but that's basically how it looked like. I haven't seen a gym for a while. Yeah. Um, Thanks for sticking with me while I was doing that. Sure. Um, yeah, flies, they can be tough. You just got to get the form right. And like all, like, and I say that as I was like, not the best form for my deadlift, but I practiced a lot with lightweight first to get the form right. And I slowly worked my way up. And there's one thing I used to do really well at the gym was push myself. I used to take I didn't take big breaks between sets. I used to just take like 30 seconds max and straight into it. I'm not like those guys that go to the gym and they'll be there with like four other their mates and they'll all just wait for each person to complete their set, and by the time they're doing their second set they've been sitting out for 5 minutes. Like, that's no. Like, it was always bang bang bang, and I was always trying to push myself to lift heavier, to like and like I'm naturally a pretty strong dude, so I do okay with that kind of stuff. But hey, there you go. Look at that. I can finally use this one.
Welcome, new member.
Welcome. Welcome. Whiskey Turner, thank you very much for joining that Fat Guy Army. Thank you so much. It's so good having you. Yes, now you should be able to open up those custom emojis that you see there, that Reptile Matty has shown off, which is awesome. And you will also get access to members only benefits and live streams that I do. So yeah, I've got I've done one live stream so far. I've only had the kind of member thing going for like about a week, maybe a week and a half now. But yeah, I've got some good stuff in the pipeline for it. So thank you very much for joining. Domo arigato, Mr. Robato, one of my long-time supporters. So thank you so much. Dale Smith says, yeah, it's a waste training in a group. It is 100% a waste. If you have any more than 2 people with you, absolute waste of time. If you've got 2 people with you, so you've got 3, you should be doing 2 exercises. You should be supersetting everything, right? So you're not sitting there with your thumb up your ass waiting for 2 other guys to do their kind of workouts first. Whiskey, you might need to close down, like exit out of the video and come back in, and then you should have access to all those emojis as before, the TFG Fat Guy seal of approval, and all of that. So what was I getting at? So yeah, I gained muscle all right, and I was naturally like building a lot of muscle. And the thing is that, like I said before, I do research well. I research for hours, probably like an hour or 2 every day. I was researching workout routines, best practices for workouts, that kind of stuff. And like, I know, like, I was a fat dude there, so I didn't look very muscular, shall I say, but I did all right. And one thing that really made a huge difference when I was doing training at the gym was learning about negative movements, right? Because all too often you'll see, someone, lift up a weight, drop it, like do this, like just do that, right? One thing I've learned is that you have a few movements in your arm. So you got your push movement and you got your negative movement. The negative is actually your stronger movement, and the best way that I can kind of visualize it for you guys is, imagine that the fibers in your muscles are like Velcro, yeah? And when you're doing a bicep curl, you're bringing the Velcro together, yeah? All right? This is your weakest movement, right? Bringing it in, right? Closing the muscle, right? Holding it there is another movement. So isometric holds, right? So if you're pulling in a weight, like on a pulley, hold it. That's another movement. So when you can't do this anymore, right, you should still be able to hold the weight there. because the isometric, like the Velcro is holding together, it's actually a stronger movement than what it is bringing them together. Finally, you got your negatives, right? So you should be able to, even if you can't bring it in any more, the weight or anything like that, you should be able to use your other hand, bring it in, and then release it like that slowly. And it's the negative movement, which is like tearing apart the Velcro. Yeah? The negative movement is something that so many people just ignore. And if you're doing like a bench press or any kind of movement, right? If it takes you 2 seconds to push it up, take 3 seconds to bring it down. So you should always take, yes, negatives are super important. And like I never used to be able to do a chin up, right? Never, ever. I tried it. I'm like, like I couldn't do it. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get on a mission. I look like a twat. I got like one of the great big stepping boxes, right? I stood up on it and I set it up at the chin up, the kind of squat rack where the chin up thing is, right? And then I positioned myself at the top of the movement and then did negatives. So I literally released myself as slowly as I could because, like I said, the isometric hold and the negative, you're actually stronger than the pulling motion. I was able to hold myself at the top and then slowly release, but I couldn't pull myself back up. Just doing that movement actually increased my strength. In 2 weeks, I was able to do pull-ups. Couldn't believe it. Just in 2 weeks. And I wasn't doing them every day, but literally like so many people forget about just, they don't do any research. They see these people lifting like, power lifters and doing these crazy fast reps and everything like that. It's like, well, no, you really need to focus on the whole movement. Take it slow. Make sure your muscle's working. The longer it stays engaged, the more blood it pumps in there, the better it is for you. So yeah, that's about it. Hey, hoi hoi, how you doing, Vicious? Good seeing you, my man. Nice seeing you, dude. I hope you are doing really well. Mate, I swear, if I had $1 for every time you said no rest for the wicked, I'll probably have about $30 right about now. Can you just no rest of the wicked wings and click that membership join button? Thanks again for that, Whiskey Turner. I hope you guys like that sound. What do you think of that? Was that a pretty good sound?
You member.
That's my voice. That's my own voice. I did that. That's all me. That's all Ash. But yeah. Does that that week one is powered by the Manshake. What was I getting at? Did you understand what I was saying there, Reptile? Like, does that make sense to you? And like, I hope I didn't go on too much of a tangent there, talking about working out and doing weights. I'll see whether I can. Nah, I can't be bothered to bring it in. There was a photo of me that I had that I was like looking extra muscular. I felt good about that one. But yeah, guys. So look, it's been occasionally I like to do a real talk, like have a bit of a actual real chat here, because I'm a bit bit crazy by nature. I'm a bit of a silly guy, but I do like talking serious from time to time. Pre-workout, I used to use Nitroflex by German Advanced something's GAT, I think it was. It was fantastic. Nitroflex, the pineapple flavor. It had a inbuilt testosterone booster, so a test booster in it. Test booster doesn't work for everyone. It works for some, but it really made a difference for me. And the first time I used it, I remember having it, and then like literally I was getting the shakes like before my workout. Like I was getting the shakes because like I've got to do something quick, do some squats. And yeah, it was by far the best pre-workout I ever used. Other supplements I used Creactor, which is a creatine. It's an unflavored creatine that I would add to, what was it? It was Creactor, that's what it's called. You can just Google all this stuff. I also use basic BBCAs or whatever they're called. I forget the name of the brand, because I used to put that with the in the BCCAs. Shit, I can't remember. But then I used international protein, like the bucket that you buy from supplement stores. You can't get that shit from like Chemist Warehouse or whatever. No, you got to go to a supplement store for this stuff. It was fantastic. Tasted like cardboard, but it really just had nothing in it but protein, and it was super good. Test Booster, Dale. Test Booster, it boosts your testosterone. It doesn't work for everyone, but when you're doing workouts, like if you want muscle gain, testosterone is the main hormone that attributes to muscle gain. Like it is one of the main. I'm not going to say the main, but it is one of them. Vicious, thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much, man. If you haven't checked out Vicious' channel, check it out, subscribe. He does a weight loss journey as well. But testosterone booster, it doesn't work for everyone, but it can increase your body's production of testosterone, adding to muscle growth. Depending on what kind of workouts you do, it can really be beneficial. I used to do a lot of compound heavy movements. So compound movements being that you're working like it involves more than one moving part. So it's not just like a bicep curl. Squats, deadlifts, things like that. They're compound movements. They were fantastic. But yeah, 100%. Test Booster pre-workouts, expensive. Like that supplement by itself, like the pre-workout, was like $80, $70 to $80, I think it was. But it really worked. So I use BCAAs or whatever they're called as well. Protein, creatine, the pre-workout, and for a while there, I was using Hydroxycut. And also, or Hydroxy Shred, also Alphamine. I had heaps of stuffs. I had heaps. I don't think I needed it, but I felt the need for it. They do help. But it's to say you don't need them if you want to, get a decent workout in. Black coffee and a banana. There you go. You got your potassium and caffeine. That's a great pre-workout right there. Thank you, Jared. Welcome back. Reptile Matey says, gym intimidation gets me. The anxiety makes me do short gym sessions and I don't go. I was always hot and cold with it. Reptile Matey, whereabouts do you live again? Let us know. But gym intimidation, it's such a hard topic for people to go to the gym that are scared. Because I was scared. But the gym is one place that you should not be scared, because you are surrounded by people that are there with a similar goal. And I was fat when I first started going to this gym. I don't know whether you guys can see that there. Maybe if I can get that light out of it. There you go. So like here, that was me at about 150 odd kilos, and then that was me at about 112. And I did it all at that gym. And you know what? I never had anyone ever said to me anything about that I shouldn't be there. Because when I went there, I made sure that I worked my ass off. It's when you see people just kind of, fart-assing around and looking at their phone the entire time, just taking a half-ass routine. Those people are kind of getting more, they'll be more sort of like, dude, what are you doing here? Hurry up, get off the machine, But if you're working your ass off, you'll never have anyone, right? Because they're too involved with themselves. They're looking at themselves in the mirror. They're too busy looking at their own workout to look at you. But that being said, you can't go in there blind. You need to understand gym etiquette. You need to understand that there is a certain unspoken and spoken rules about the gym. Just using a towel, maintaining good hygiene, that kind of stuff. You just follow those basic steps and no one will give you a hard time. right? And the thing is that if they judge you for going to the gym, right, and they start giving you shit, I guarantee you anyone else who sees it is going to be on your side because they're fuckwits, right? They're honestly the worst kind of people to give anyone a hard time for being at the gym. But that being said, I never saw it, okay? But what does happen is that if you go there and you slog it out every time you go there, you know what you do? You earn their respect. I had people coming up to me, like maybe about 2 months, 3 months into my journey, and I had people coming up to me and congratulating me. It just started as one, and then it started with these three. Then there was these three ladies that were always on the treadmill every night that I was there. They, as I was walking out, they called me over, and they said, "Hey, we've been watching you here for like the last few months, and we've got to say you are absolutely destroying it. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work." And like, it blew me away. I had guys in there that I considered to be huge, like, because I never really did much weightlifting, like serious weightlifting, before that kind of time where I was working out heaps, 5 days a week, but there was guys that were cut, like no body fat on them, and they would come up to me saying, "Dude, mate, you're killing it. You want to work out together or something like that. Like, can you spot me or whatever?" And here I'm pouring out with sweat. It's like, "Yeah, man, yeah, I'll help out." Like, definitely. And like, if you can just do your thing, be committed, and show the fact that you are committed to yourself, you will impress other people there, and no one will give you a hard time. It is intimidating though. I'm not going to take that away from you. But find one that you are comfortable with, yeah? And some people say, "Oh, go at night, when there's less people and that." Fuck it. Go when you want. Yeah? Make it work around your life. You'll kill it. You'll absolutely kill it. Jerd, there you go. Everyone's too wrapped up in themselves. Exactly right. You live in Dalby, Queensland. Yeah, because I was going to say, if you're here in New South Wales, I'll be happy to go to the gym with you. Give you help you out a little bit. Phil Brown. Main stuff I heard people using for gym training was or the clean. Yeah, trend hard, eat clean. Exactly right. That stuff, it's not good. Not good. Eat clean, train hard, decent subs. You'll be fine. But you'll have people come up and congratulate you if you do a good job of it. If Reptile Matty, if you want to take a look, there was a guy, and what a way to go. His name was Chris, not Chris Platt. What's his name? Greg Plitt. That's GregPlitt. I'll write it in the chat if my chat does work. Greg Plitt. Now, he does a thing called MFT28, right? Which is military fitness training 28 days. So he has this full series, and I'm pretty sure you can still find it on YouTube, where he does like a full, like he does chest day, back day, all this, that, and the other, right? From this guy, this is where I learned a lot of my stuff about movements, supersets, good work, like like weightlifting combinations and that. He was fantastic. Like, he was great. He really got me amped up, and like, I wrote my own routine around what he done. And he'll tell you, if you're watching it, like, he'll say, "Oh, you're going to be going to the gym twice a day. Your first part of the morning is more going to be like the work, the cardio kind of thing, and then at night you'll go again and do weights." Nah, fuck that. You just go once. Have a look. MFT28. I'll write it here as well. MFT28. It was good stuff. That's where I learned a lot of stuff as well. That guy, he died. He died. He actually got hit by a train as he was doing a workout video. So what a way to go. But yeah, he gets you ramped up. Good videos. Check it out. That's where I learned a lot of stuff in terms of supersets and how important they are and negative movements and just making stuff work for you. That's there. Yeah. Well. Anyway. Yeah. Wow, indeed. Yeah. Got hit by a train doing a workout video. That's fucking nuts, isn't it? Yeah, he was a. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, but what a way to go! Like, you know, next to getting eaten by a shark while falling into a volcano, that's a pretty manly way to go. Like, you know, hit by a train. Not like he, you know, slipped on a banana peel and fell down some stairs. He's hit by a fucking train. Shame that'll probably ring pretty close to home for you. Hope you haven't seen any fatalities doing what you do. But, yeah. Swimming is awesome. I love to get into swimming. I'm avoiding like kind of spending a lot of time in the gym and jumping into a pool with other people at the present moment. Once again, Angela, she's having surgery on Wednesday for her sinus. So we're just kind of playing things a bit safe. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. I don't know what I'm going to do for the videos and live streams this week, but I'm just going to have to play it by ear. But swimming is awesome, man. Swimming is awesome. But yeah, if you're going to get into weights, check out MFT28. It's cool. It's a bit of fun. You'll learn a lot. If you watch the videos in full, you'll learn a lot because he actually gives like as much as like he's just like, yeah, it sounds very stereotypical. You know, you only get out of a workout what you put in. You know, that it sounds very stereotypical, but you know, it's good stuff. You know, check it out. Shano, he says, what was he doing on tracks anyway? I have no idea. All I heard is that he died from being hit by a train. You have seen a fatality. Oh shit, man! I'm sorry to see. I can't imagine what it would be like. Well, actually, I can. Actually, I can imagine what it would be like because, like, I get those videos shared all around all the time on Facebook and that. Yeah, sorry. Just had someone message me some bullshit. Oh no, Brad, how you doing, man? Yeah, because I get all those like filthy, disgusting messages of fatalities and all that kind of stuff from one of my mates. He just gets all of them and he just forwards them on to me. He thinks I'll like them, but yeah. But man, it's not good. Not good. Well, jeez, oh my god, hasn't time flown? I feel like this has been more of like a kind of serious kind of talk night, so I hope you guys haven't minded having a bit of a chat. And the only reason I never will go driver, I have a family to worry about. Yeah, man. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. That would be terrifying. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this chat today. I think I'm going to call it quits because I would like to just chill out for a little bit before I have to go to bed and get it for work. But yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. Tomorrow night we are going live once again. That is for Man Talk at the new scheduled time of 8:30 in the PM. And we will be giving away more prizes. So you have to be there to win it. So there will be one giveaway somewhat near the start and there'll be another one near the end. Stick around. You could win, you know, a lot of Manshake stuff. So you just have to be there to spin the wheel. And that's at 8:30 tomorrow night, guys. 8:30. Not 7, 8:30. So tuck the kids into bed, have some dinner, lay back on the couch, open up a fresh bottle of kombucha, and yeah, watch us talk crap. So ladies and gents, I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for coming today. Whiskey Turner, thank you so much for joining that Fat Guy Army. I love you all. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Ooh, hold on. It was good to refresh. Phil Brown, just real quick, he said, it was good to be refreshed for you starting your journey, Ash. Reminds me of where and how we started our journey again for me. Yeah, exactly right, man. And all the best to you. I love you all. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you all next time. Thanks. Bye.